I Got the Hell Out does and will always contain explicit language, adult content, and socially unacceptable topics that will not be suitable for some listeners, such as children, those that easily get offended, and we do recommend that our listeners at work please use your earbuds.
And if you like the show, please spread the word by telling as many people as you can. Would also appreciate if you would subscribe, rate with 5 stars, and review the podcast on iTunes. And you can find us there as well as on Stitcher and Overcast. Follow us on Twitter at WasInACult, on Facebook at I Got the Hell Out, and on Instagram at I Got the Hell Out with an underscore under each word. You can contact us through our website at IGotTheHellOut.com. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Hey everyone, I'm Laura.
And I'm Debbie.
And this is
I Got the Hell Out.
So, Debbie, we are going to try a new segment this week called Culty Corrections and Updates.
Nice.
What do you think?
I think it's going to be fun. I think we do have a correction, or not exactly a correction. I mentioned something at the meet and greet that we did that somebody didn't understand.
Right. KDKA sounds like a radio station. Sorry. But Katie K wanted to know, when you were talking about you couldn't have ham sandwiches, why couldn't you? Like, why couldn't you just go out and get as many as you wanted since you like them?
Because ham was one of the dietary restrictions. You couldn't eat pork.
Okay, so like no bacon.
No bacon.
Ham,
No. To
whatever.
this day, I don't do religion for bacon reasons, okay? Because I love my bacon.
Wait, okay, I thought you were saying the opposite. Okay, you don't, because I'm like, how in the world do you not eat bacon?
They had substitute turkey bacon, and it's just not the same. No, not the same at all.
No.
But that's why my one friend would bring me ham sandwiches when I was going into town, because I wasn't allowed to have them.
Nice. Okay, so also in this corrections corners and updates, we'll also give everyone an update on like new things or suggestions that our listeners have, such as Catherine W. from Facebook. She suggests that our followers, oh my God, I can't talk. Our followers be called Satan's sisters because of...
Well, now wait a minute. We can't exclude the gentlemen that listen to us, okay?
Okay. Why?
And I do like this. Because, they don't want to be...
I know, I'm just being a smart ass.
I know you are. Anyway, the boys were threatened when they weren't being obedient that they could be Satan's son.
Oh, so we have Satan's sisters and Satan's sons.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yes, the Satan's sisterhoods with our sons.
Okay, nice. So that's what we can call everybody.
Nice.
Okay, so then I also want to give a shout out to a podcast that gave us a shout out. So, hey guys, we're going to shout right back at you. And let me just find this here. It is called Blood on the Rocks podcast. And they are on Twitter at The Bloody Rocks. And their description is a podcast on the creepy and gruesome things in the world, from history and serial killers to ghosts and more. And then my favorite part, alcohol content may vary.
Speaking of alcohol content, I'd like to give a shout out today to Kathy. She follows us on Facebook, and she gave us the recipe for the sweetest bitch.
Because this is a Valentine's Day episode.
Yes. You start with 3 ounces of your grape Kool-Aid. You add 4 ounces of vodka, so you're drinking more liquor than you are mixer.
And that's why we're making it.
And 1 ounce of lime juice. And I can tell you, it's pretty damn tasty.
It's a little bit too much lime juice for me, but that's just me. So I think if I were to make it again, I would probably just like add it to taste. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I did add some 7-Up into mine. Again, just because I like my drinks fizzy. Like I pretend, drinking champagne type thing.
Oh, trying to be all richy and la-di-da.
Yes.
But we will post that recipe on social media whenever we get around to it, basically, right?
You do a lot of posting. I'm quite impressed. I could not do as much as you do.
Thank you. I don't know. It's not as much. I don't know. I just do it when I get around to it, but I like doing it. So.
And you did mention that this is our Valentine's show.
Yes, I did.
I would like to start out by saying, for all of you out there that feel really bad that you don't have a Valentine, it's pagan.
Like me.
It's all pagan. And not only is it all pagan, it's all man-made by Hallmark.
Well, you know what? Let me just
Sell
start.
cards.
It is. It's like, I hate Valentine's Day. And it's not just because I'm not married and I'm not dating anyone. Even when I was married, I hated it. And it's because, like, if you're not going to buy me a gift or bring me flowers all year long, why are you going to do it on a day that Hallmark says you need to? I'm sorry. You know, don't buy me overpriced flowers. Don't do that for me just because you have to.
Well, of course,
you
it's
know?
Valentine's Day. You have to do that.
No, you don't have to do anything.
Well, society says you do. And society says you're supposed to feel really bad about yourself if you don't have a Valentine.
Well, I guess I'll be feeling really sad about myself then, huh? Thank you.
No, it's pagan. No. But there's some really neat stuff from around the world in Valentine's Day, as if you read up on that kind of thing.
Well, we're going to get into that later. I have a whole bunch of stuff from around the world that we're going to read. Some of it's really funny. Some of it's really hysterical. But before we go to the stuff around the world, I am going to open up this kids' book, and we're going to read what the cult was teaching the kids about Valentine's Day. Yes. And the chapter starts out by saying...
Well, wait a minute. You have to remember, Laura, that all of the holidays when I showed up, I really didn't like reading the literature to begin with.
So that means I have read more literature.
You have read more cult literature than I have, in all honesty. And the book... I don't think I've actually... I mean, I may have leafed through this thing, but there was no way I was teaching this crap to my kids.
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, it's a good thing you didn't read it, because it's all bullshit.
I knew that already. Anyway, when you get to the call, every holiday that you can think of, every birthday, every anniversary, you just throw them all out the window, so I didn't even bother to read any
Well,
of this
I like
shit.
the fact that in addition to this kid's book, I love how there is an actual pamphlet they handed out to you. And it's called The Real Meaning Behind Valentine's Day.
Yes.
I mean, it is a freaking pamphlet that they handed out to you.
They have one for every holiday. Birthday, they have anniversary. They have a pamphlet for everything,
God.
Laura.
Okay. So, going back to this kid's book that you were supposed to teach your children.
I'm going to hell.
Well, yeah. But it's titled, We Do Not Celebrate Valentine's Day.
Correct.
Okay. So... it says, Valentine's Day is promoted around the world as a day to celebrate love. Yet this day began as part of the primitive yearly cycle of worshiping the gods.
Well, everything is worshiping the gods.
Well, we wouldn't want that, right?
No.
Okay, so then going on along here, it says, goats or dogs were sacrificed as the ritual offering. What?
Well, yeah.
What do you mean, well, yeah? What do you
Just
mean?
about every religion or every holiday out there is based in paganism, and paganism is a lot of sacrifices, lots of blood.
Well, that's nice. That's
Yes,
great.
yes.
That's great. So then it goes on. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff here going on about how, I guess it's the purification of the Queen of Heaven. It says.
Yeah,
Well-
the Queen of Heaven is Satan.
Well, we know Satan's a woman. That
Exactly.
was what, last episode? No, 2 episodes ago.
I'm not quite sure, but yeah, Satan was a woman, and now she's the Queen of Heaven.
Oh, great. Okay. So then it goes on to say, but instead of promoting God's laws, which teach us all true love, today's merchants get rich by selling empty symbols falsely representing love. These come in the form of heart-shaped candy. There is nothing wrong with the shape of the heart because God designed it, and this is the following shape. And they actually have a picture of a little heart.
Correct.
Like you don't know what that is.
Well, there's hearts all over the page.
But I know, I mean, in the cult, you don't know what the picture of a heart looks like. Not a real heart, like in your body.
Right.
Heart. But I mean, like...
The ones that everybody draws.
Yeah, like you don't know what that is. They need to show you.
It's right in the sentence. Well, you know, we'll have to throw that on Instagram or
What,
something.
show people what a heart is. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So then, this is another one of my favorite parts. This shape appears inside every black walnut. Crack one open and look, or we can send you a picture.
Oh my gosh. We're going to have to request a picture to be sent.
Oh my God. Can we do that? I mean, you obviously know their address or whatever. Can we do that and send for a picture?
Oh, yeah. I have a best friend who lives in another state, and she's just aching to help us doing shit.
Oh my God. Tell her that we need to
a picture of
request
the
a
black
picture
walnut.
of a heart.
Well, the black walnut.
Well, whatever. I don't care what kind of picture they send. I just want them to send me a picture of a heart.
No, they're going to send you a picture of a black walnut.
God. Oh my God. So then it says, it seems that the demons stole this design and used it to represent some magical power of love coming from the god Cupid, which is stupid.
Do hugs, not drugs. Cupid is stupid.
Oh my God, it's like a Dr. Seuss thing.
Pretty much.
Oh my God.
All right, guys, we'd like to apologize there. We're still getting used to how far away from we have to be from the microphone.
And we really hope we didn't blow your eardrums out, but I'm sorry, Cupid was stupid.
Yeah,
It's
Dr.
just-
Seuss, yes. You were reading something, though.
Oh my God, I gotta find my place here. So they're just talking about if you use this design for that purpose, you would be following the instructions of the god Cupid. I had no idea there was a god Cupid.
That's because in a disinformation age, people don't look things up. Oh, and by the way, my passive aggressiveness stuff that I did when I was there, I wanted to draw and carve hearts into everything because they were forbidden for that type of thing.
You should have.
Somebody else was already doing it.
Oh, get out.
Yes.
Nice.
And one of the women, her only job was to walk around and make sure that, like, to cover up the hearts.
I thought you were going to say her only job was to go around and put hearts places.
No. Like, if somebody drew one in a Sharpie in the bathroom, you know, they
Her
have...
job. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So was there like someone that went around, like, did someone draw birthday cakes and stuff and they had to go around? Or, I mean, was it just the hearts?
It was just the hearts thing drawn everywhere.
So funny.
And I don't really even know if anybody else noticed it, but I did, because it's something I wanted to do, but somebody already had that badass, you know, I'm a rebel already going. So I chose to do other things.
Again, I'm going to try not to laugh too loud.
I did stop flooding the public bathrooms outside of where on the feast grounds, though, when a friend of mine was in tears because she had to go clean it up, and that's when I stopped flooding the bathrooms because
Oh wait, you were doing it on purpose?
I was, just to be a pain in the ass. But then I found out my friend was the one that had to go in and unclog it, and yeah, then I felt bad. I've never admitted that to anybody before. I'm so sorry, sweetie. She's dead now, but yeah.
But she's looking down on you like going, you bitch.
Nah, she would have thought it was funny too.
Okay. So if someone joined the cult, say a husband and wife or boyfriend and girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever, a couple joined the cult.
We discussed that last week about they don't accept two men. They will accept two women and let them have the same head over them, but they both have to marry the same man.
Okay, well that's pissing me off.
I'm sorry.
I know, but okay.
Well, look at it this way: the four gentlemen that came, two as a couple each time,
right.
They got the hell out before they found out what the hell it was.
Okay, well then, hey, good for them.
It saved them. It saved them from years of hell.
Okay, so now let's say a couple that has been out in the world, they decide to join, and they're used to celebrating Valentine's Day. Were they told right up front, or was it like if they were celebrating Valentine's Day and they got caught? How'd that work?
We had this whole big rack. It was just a rack of literature, and it was huge. I can't even tell you how many pamphlets. There was a pamphlet for everything. But when new people would come to the feast or if you would come as my friend to see what it's about, they would lead you over to the racks of literature.
And you would pick one of each pamphlet?
No, you would pick ones that would either interest you or they would, again, remind you that all of the worldly holidays, they're all pagan. Okay. And that if you needed to read up on them or if you wanted to, because you were supposed to study to show yourself approved. And which was funny because I did all this studying and I would find all of this messed up shit that didn't match, didn't make sense. And when I took it to my counselors, okay, and then they took it back to their husbands, who were the elders. Anyway, they would tell me, even though what I was questioning made sense, why are we doing it this way when this way makes more sense?
Right.
And it says this in the scripture book anyway. That's when I was told I was standing on my own understanding.
And we can't have that.
No, but you're supposed to study to make yourself approved. But I think they just like the mindless robot people that came and went to services, paid tithe, and just it was easier to do or not do what you were told.
And just like not question anything, just kind of
Exactly.
be like a sheep.
Yes.
Just follow.
Yes.
Okay. Now, this pamphlet book that you are talking about, I have right here.
And I have no idea why I have the handfuls upon handfuls of pamphlets. Maybe I'm thinking back, maybe I wanted to look like I was fitting in and taking literature to read every so often. I don't remember.
Well, yeah, this looks like it was not been cracked open at all.
None of them were. The only one that I cracked open and liked, I don't even fucking have anymore.
Which one was it?
The words that you're not allowed to say.
Oh.
And the substitutes for these words.
What are I know we're going to do an episode on that, but what are a couple?
Well, let's put it this way. We did not say the days of the week. We didn't use Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay, I think did you say that one time? Did you use like first day, second
Yes.
day, or something like that?
Yep.
And then I think you told me one time about
We didn't
what was it?
call
You
the
couldn't
months
say
either.
No, it was something about you couldn't say either breakfast or cereal. What was the one?
Oh, you couldn't say cereal.
Okay, why?
Because cereal, the word cereal comes from the goddess
Oh,
of the
Jesus,
grain.
give me a break.
The goddess of the grain, which is Ceres. And that's where they get cereal. So when you're actually saying cereal, you're calling on the goddess of the grains.
Okay, well, technically, isn't every English word some form of like Latin or Greek or something? I mean, so
our
technically,
English-
can't you say every word is related to some kind of god? I mean, I'm just saying, technically, couldn't you do that?
Well,
Because it
sort
seems like
of.
they're just picking and choosing.
Well, and I may have mentioned this before. To this day, my son will say, "What occurred? What occurred?" Because
Why-
you couldn't use any version of HAP, H-A-P.
Let me guess, it's a god.
Well, no, I think he was the little mythical half goat, half man dude that plays the flute. And
His name was
lures you-
Happen?
Huh?
Who was it, Happen? His name was Happen?
Hap.
Oh, Hap.
His
Okay.
name was Hap.
Okay. And I guess as you would say, look it up, people, right?
Yeah. But you
Or
could
you know
use-
what? I can probably find a picture of Hap and post it.
You probably could,
I could
because
do that.
I can still see his little goat body with his little flute playing, and he's leading children
my
off
God.
into the woods to sin.
Okay, so all because of that, you could not say the word happen.
Right?
How about happy?
No.
You couldn't say happy.
No form of the
What?
word hap at all, and you couldn't eat pancakes either
Oh my God, why?
because of the.
Is there a pancake god?
Well, there's a Pan, and I think
jeez.
maybe that Pan was the goat guy. I don't remember.
Well, you know, I can look up both Pan and Hap.
Yes. Anyway, they're deities of they're
my
lesser
God.
deities of some sort. So
Okay.
to this day, my son won't say what happened. He'll say what occurred.
Oh my God, and that's like second nature to him, probably.
Yes. Yeah, he's
Oh my God.
yeah, he's still there. I
Oh.
miss him dearly. I haven't had contact with him. He left about 6 years ago, and I've seen him twice. Other than that, really no contact.
Oh man.
It's okay. It's his choice. He's gotten his life together and figuring out what he's doing, and I'm proud of him.
Oh, but it's still got to be rough, though. I mean,
It is. Everybody's life is different, Laura. It really is.
no, you might have. I don't know. You might have answered this in a previous episode, but is he still with your ex, or is he just down there by himself?
No, he actually still works for his dad. He visited last Christmas.
Okay.
And his dad's just such a dickhead. He made the plans with my mother because my son was not allowed to stay at my house because I'm a dirty heathen, fall away Satan's
sister.
Yes. And he had to stay at my mom's house. My son was not even allowed to fucking stay at my house. And
You mean when he came up here?
yes, when he
Now,
came
how
to
would they
visit.
know? Or do they have their people up here? Like, how would they know?
I have no idea, but well, with electronics today, he had to check in with his dad, I guess, FaceTime him or something. And,
Oh my God.
you know, Kenny's been to my mom's house before. He knows what the living room looks like and whether or not his son's actually not at my house. And,
Oh my God.
yeah, he had to video watch the service with my mother too.
Oh my God. I bet she loved that.
She was creeped out because she actually did go with us a few times when she would come to visit. And she didn't like it at all. And she stopped going. And she just finds it creepy.
Gee, I don't know why.
Back
Oh my God.
to Valentine's Day.
Okay, back to this pamphlet that you have not read. I mean, it goes into so much detail about the gods and pagans and this and that. But some of the things that I found that I really liked, it says, in the month of February, candy makers upload tons of heart-shaped boxes full of candy for the people they love. Millions of innocent school children are indoctrinated to exchange Valentine's Day cards with each other.
Millions of innocent school children,
I love
Laura.
it. I love it.
It's almost like, it's like they're trying to save the world or something.
Like, they're innocent, and we are just...
A Valentine's going to kill you. It's going to send you to eternal damnation.
God. Oh, my God. Okay, so let me see. There was another thing in here.
And you have to mention that thing is like probably 20 pages long, that pamphlet.
Oh, it is. Hold on. It is 22 pages long, talking about why you do not celebrate Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Oh, my God. So then it says here, symbols and the fertility rites. Because I guess Valentine's Day is like all about some fertility goddess, according to them.
So is Easter. Easter's all about the fertility goddess too, Esther.
Oh.
Yeah.
Esther from the Bible or a different Esther?
It's a goddess. Estar, I think.
Oh. It's not like Esther.
Ishtar. Isthar. I don't know. I try to remember. I forget this crap.
Okay, so then it says symbols and the fertility rites. Will you be my Valentine? This question, asked by millions of deceived people this time of year, is asked by the hunters in this age-old fertility rite.
Yeah.
So people were deceived.
Everybody's deceived.
Oh my God!
Only the cult people are not deceived. They know the
they're
truth.
Deceived. All right.
They know the truth.
Oh, they're deceived. So then they just start talking about Cupid and love and arrows and the heart and how all of this is evil and yada yada yada.
Why do you think I never read it?
Oh my God! I and the writing in this is so damn small that it's like they have so much packed into here.
Yes.
That it's unbelievable.
Every one of their pamphlets does. Their weekly newsletters. They have a monthly thing that comes to your house.
Do you have any of these? Do you know? I don't remember if it's in that box or not. Do you remember if you have some?
I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm really not sure how all of this shit survived, Laura, because everybody I know had a burning party. And you gathered and you burnt your holy garments, you burnt your scripture book, you burnt everything from that
And you wore
place.
slutty clothes while you did it.
Yes. And I did get rid of a lot of stuff over the years, but the boxes of stuff that remain that I still have, I had always meant to have a burning party and it just never happened.
Well, thank God you didn't.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you on that one other than I just really wish I had that one thing with the words that they don't say. I'm going to see if I can get my friend to request that one, too.
If you can get a copy of that, that would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Because other than that, it would make you sit there and think of them all.
I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. As I've stated before, there was a library that I could walk to close to by where I lived, and I'm not one to take anybody's word on anything. I look stuff up. And I would go to the library and I would actually reference about, like, we're talking about Valentine's Day.
Okay.
And I would look in other books and sources that were not from the cult, and everything's clearly pagan. Everything is pagan. I challenged you to, for our Valentine's show today, to go and get some other sources. And let's see what you came up with about Valentine's Day.
And I did. I found a lot of stuff, and it's from Wikipedia. So, all right, folks, I mean, it could be true, it could be not, whatever, but we're rolling with it for the show.
Yeah, you didn't have time to go to an actual library.
Oh, no, Wikipedia. Wikipedia everything.
There
right?
you go.
Okay. So it says, numerous early Christian martyrs were named Valentine. There was a Valentine of Rome and a Valentine of Tournai. And I guess that is why they were martyred. So I guess that's why some of the Christian religions, especially Catholicism, have like a Saint Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Okay. And that says right here, February 14th is celebrated as Saint Valentine's Day in various Christian denominations.
Yes.
So then there's something called the Golden Legend, which I don't know if you ever heard of that.
I may have read about that back then. I don't remember.
Okay. So apparently one of these Saint Valentines, I guess before they became a saint, It says, the evening before Valentine was to be executed, he is supposed to have written the first Valentine card himself, and he addressed it to the daughter of his jailer.
That's creepy.
That's kind of creepy. And he signed it as your Valentine. Creepy.
Creepy.
So the expression from your Valentine was later adopted by modern Valentine's cards.
Pagan.
So creepy.
Pagan.
And it says this legend has been published by both American Greetings and the History Channel.
Yes.
So there we go. Let's see. Then it says another story suggests that Saint Valentine performed clandestine Christian weddings for soldiers who were forbidden to marry, because the Roman emperor supposedly forbade this in order to grow his army and believed that married men did not make for good soldiers.
Well, of course not. They want to be home with their wife.
And their wife is Satan. So,
exactly.
Right? Okay, there we go. So according to the legend, in order to remind these men of their vows, which I guess he meant the wedding vows since he married them, and God's love, Saint Valentine is said to have cut hearts from parchment, giving them to the soldiers and persecuted Christians as a possible origin of the widespread use of the hearts on Saint Valentine's Day.
Possibly.
That's all you got to say. You're like,
Possibly.
All right.
I wasn't there at the time.
Okay. So now here it says a couple folk traditions. Okay. This one's pretty good. In Norfolk.
Norfolk? No fuck. It's Norfolk.
So in England, a character called Jack Valentine knocks on the rear door of houses leaving sweets and presents for children. Although he was leaving treats, many children were scared of this mystical person. Well, you know what? I would be afraid of that person too. I'm sorry. He just comes knocking on the back door.
I'm telling you.
And you just said you heard someone knocking at my back door, didn't you?
I did.
Oh, holy shit. That is freaky.
That's why the dog was going off, and I could have sworn I heard somebody yell,
It's
hey.
Jack Valentine.
Oh, that's creepy. I'm getting chills now.
That is creepy. Oh, my God. Okay, so here's another one. In Slovenia, Saint Valentine was one of the saints of spring, the saint of good health, and the patron of beekeepers and pilgrims.
Nice.
And it says it has been celebrated as the day when the first work in the vineyards and in the fields commences.
All right.
So that's kind of cool.
Well, I didn't know there was a sacred beekeeper.
Well, either did I. I didn't know the beekeepers had their own day, but why not?
Why not?
Why not? So now we're going back to the 1700s. It says a British publisher issued The Young Man's Valentine Writer, which contains scores of suggested sentimental verses for the young lover unable to compose his own.
Okay.
Compose your own, you lazy ass.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, come on.
Some people just don't have a way with words.
Oh, my God. And printers had already begun to produce a limited number of cards with verses and sketches called Mechanical Valentines.
Okay.
So every Valentine's Day card out there is a Mechanical Valentine.
Okay. Well, unless the ones your kid made for you.
It's still a Mechanical Valentine.
Well, you still have to pull it out and burn it because it's pagan.
Well, that's just mean. That is just mean. So now we're moving on to the 1800s.
There was a lot of burning in the cult, let me tell you.
Well, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
It sounds like it. Can I move on now?
I will allow.
Okay. So it says in the 1800s, the British chocolate company Cadbury created fancy boxes, a decorated box of chocolates in the shape of a heart for Valentine's Day.
The evil Cadbury people.
I know. And the second half of the 20th century, the practice of exchanging cards was extended to all manner of gifts, such as giving jewelry.
I got a lot of jewelry as gifts in the cult.
But you weren't allowed to celebrate.
Well, we could celebrate the feast days.
Oh, so basically like gifts you would have been given on a birthday.
Right.
You would be given. Oh, so basically you're celebrating.
You still got gifts and stuff.
Oh, well, good.
Like the kids, that's when it was like, I hate to say like their Christmas, but like the feast days was the days for them to be excited that, because everybody knew that's the days that you got presents. And the way we did it is we gave our kids a small present every day up until the last day, and then you get the big present.
Like Hanukkah.
I guess
like
so.
It was like 7.
I don't know. I've never celebrated Hanukkah.
Oh my gosh. But I mean, they get like presents. It's not like Christmas. I mean, there's several days when they get presents.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, and it's Old Testament. So.
Well, shit. If I would have known that as a kid, I'd have told my parents we should be Jewish instead, because you get more presents all the way through.
I'm sure that's the reason to become Jewish, right?
I don't know.
So apparently there is a U.S. Greeting Card Association.
Yes.
Okay. What do you mean, yes?
I knew about that.
How the hell do you know about that?
If they ever come up with a game show called Worthless Knowledge, I swear I'm going to win $1 million.
Because, I mean, oh, God, okay. But anyway, they estimate that approximately, guess how many million Valentines are sent each year in the U.S., just the United States? How many million Valentines?
14 million.
190.
Wow.
190 mechanical Valentines.
At 44 cents a piece, that's a lot of money.
That's a shit ton of money.
Not only that, that's just in postage. I mean, the people who actually print the cards and make money and, oh yeah.
Well, like the stamps and stuff. But I mean, I wonder, do people still, I guess that's like one of the biggest days for the post office because people don't really mail stuff anymore.
No, and actually, excuse me.
Useless information?
Yes. If you mail your Valentine's card in another envelope and you already have it addressed and stamped, you can actually, they stopped the practice a couple years ago, but there is a Valentine, Texas. That
I've heard about this.
They will open the big envelope, pull out your Valentine.
So it's like stamped from Valentine.
It's stamped Valentine, Texas.
Well, at least someone put an effort into it. So, I mean, that's pretty cool.
I don't think they do that anymore, and I can't remember if I heard that they didn't do it or they.
Well, I mean, probably for the people at that post office, it was a royal pain in the ass.
Oh, can you imagine how many?
I could not
upon
imagine.
thousands?
No, I could not imagine.
Yeah.
They would have to have like extra people just opening it. It's like, oh my God, here's more.
And it's not like they actually are getting paid to do this. They're opening mail that come to their post office and just stamping it and sending it back out.
Oh, what a pain. What a pain. So,
Yes.
okay. You ready to move around the world now?
I am ready. We've been moving around the world. We've been to Slovenia. We've been to Norfolk.
Okay, so anyway, now we're going to China. And it says Valentine's Day is called the Lovers Festival. And it's celebrated on a different day. It says the Chinese Valentine's Day is celebrated on the 7th day of the 7th month of the lunar calendar. And that's when my brother's getting married this year.
Nice.
Yes. It commemorates a day.
Are we going to give him a Chinese Valentine? I think that would be funny.
It'd be like, what the hell is this? We can. I don't care.
Shout out to you.
There we go. It commemorates a day on which a legendary cowherder and weaving maid are allowed to be together.
Oh, that sounds like a love story in the making.
It does. It does. Now, moving on to India, it says Valentine's Day celebrations did not catch on in India until around 1992.
Wow.
Yeah, it was spread due to the programs in commercial TV channels such as MTV.
Oh, that is funny.
Dedicated radio programs and love letter competitions. Oh my God, so MTV is their source of what Valentine's Day should be like.
Oh my gosh, we have to
dear
go over
God.
there at some point on Valentine's Day.
Can you imagine? Like the crap that's on MTV, that's what they're
basing Valentine's Day on.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, now this one is Japan, and there's like a shit ton here, so I'm going to try to condense it.
Okay.
So like I don't bore people to death. But it says, in Japan, the holiday was introduced in 1936 when it ran an advertisement aimed at foreigners. So I guess it wasn't even for the people that lived there. It was just, I guess, for visitors.
Okay.
And it says, the custom that only women give chocolate to men may have originated from a translation error of the chocolate company executives during the initial campaign.
Oh my gosh.
So someone fucked it up, and that's why...
Only women give men chocolate.
Exactly. And it says...
Well, what do the women get out of this?
Probably nothing, but I guess we'll get to there.
Okay.
It says that office ladies give chocolate to their coworkers.
Okay.
Unlike Western countries, gifts, greeting cards, candies, and flowers and all that stuff are uncommon. And it says Japanese chocolate companies make half their annual sales during this time of the year.
Yes.
Okay. Many women feel obliged to give chocolates to all their male co-workers, except when the day falls on a Sunday, which is a holiday.
Oh, no chocolate for you. It fell on a holiday.
God. So then there's different levels of chocolate, apparently. So I guess you could give like good chocolate to the people you like. And then it says unpopular coworkers receive only ultra obligatory chocolate, which is cheap. So I guess they get like the Whitman sampler.
Oh,
from
that
Walgreens.
would probably no. You go to the dollar store
and you get like waxy chocolate.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess that's what that person would get. But then there's also a level of chocolate that you give to a friend, and then there's also a level of chocolate that you just give to like I guess like younger kids would give to friends and whatever.
Right.
So there's different levels. Okay, so then in the 1980s, I guess that wasn't enough money, right, for them to make. So they launched a new campaign to make March 14th a reply day where men are expected to return the favor to those who gave them chocolates. And they call this White Day for the color of the chocolate being offered.
Oh, I want milk chocolate. I don't want no damn white chocolate.
Well, you're lucky that you get white chocolate because it says a previous failed attempt to popularize the celebration had been done by a marshmallow company because they wanted men to give marshmallows.
I would rather have a marshmallow than white chocolate.
And then it said that the reason white was chosen is because white is the color of purity and also it's the color of sugar.
Okay, that's a good reason. But white chocolate is nasty. Have you ever eaten it?
It is. I really don't like white chocolate
It's
either.
gross.
To me, it's like really waxy and it doesn't even taste like chocolate.
Yeah, I used to own a chocolate company, remember?
Oh, no, I don't. What?
Yeah, I used to. I've been making chocolate since I was like 5 with my grandma. And I was actually the chocolate maker at the cult for a while.
What?
Yeah. Because chocolate has milk in it. And you really couldn't buy any chocolates out in the world.
Because it had like forbidden stuff in it?
Well, it had milk in it or it had whatever in it. You can't have anything that has milk. So now you can't even eat a Hershey bar. So I started making all of the chocolate. And
Was it good?
oh, hell yeah. In the cookbook that we have coming up, Cooking with the Cult,
Someday we will have that.
there's going to be a section in there that has my recipes that I used to make for all of the goodies that I gave her. Oh, not the goodies, the yummies.
Why could you not call it? Was there a god named Goody? Please tell me there was.
No, you couldn't say good because good morning is a form of God morning. Like God be with you. It's an old English.
This is getting really to be a bit much. I mean, jeez.
Yeah. So you couldn't call them goodies. You had to call them yummies or something else.
What the hell did you just do?
I just dropped something. I'm sorry.
Okay, so moving on. Okay, I guess we're going back to China here. This is my favorite one. Okay, so women give chocolate to men on February 14th, and men give non-chocolate candy to the women on March 14th. Now, on April 14th, those who did not receive anything on February 14th or in March go to a restaurant to eat black noodles and lament their single life.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. Are you shitting me?
So do I go to a restaurant to lament my single
Do
life?
you even know where to get black noodles?
No.
Do they even make black noodles in America?
I'm sure you could go to some, small ethnic restaurant.
And you said that was what, India?
No, this says China. But
China.
again, Wikipedia folks,
Yeah, take it with a grain of
take
salt.
it exactly.
Take it with a grain of salt.
So then they say in Lebanon.
No, wait a minute. Do you go lament with another friend who didn't get any chocolates, or are you supposed to go by yourself?
Ooh.
And just cry into your black noodles? In all honesty.
Or, I don't know, maybe a bunch of people that are lamenting together, maybe they can hook up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Maybe it's like a matchmaking thing.
Well, then they could give each other chocolates the next time go around.
Right, and that was like their last year of black noodle eating.
There you go.
All right, that would actually make sense. We solved that. Okay. So now in Lebanon, it says that they celebrate with the whole family. It's more about family love than couple love.
There's a lot of information out there. Now, whether it's all true or not, like I said, we went with Wikipedia for this because we didn't go to an actual library. But yeah, everything's pagan, Laura. Everything.
All right, I got one more.
Okay.
And then I will shut up. In Ireland, on St. Valentine's Day, many individuals who seek true love make a Christian pilgrimage to the shrine of St. Valentine, where they pray in hope of finding romance.
Well, that's just like the religious, singles bar. You're walking around.
What, the black noodle bar?
Well, no, where they're going to pray to find romance.
Oh, it's just yeah,
What you just read.
it's like another black noodle place. They go there and pray, and they're like, "Hey, look at you."
Well, when you're done praying, you stand up and see some dude looking at you,
and
you
you're
both
like,
smile at each
"Hey,
other.
exactly.
Yeah.
Want to go get a drink?"
Yep, and then you're not alone anymore. You found love at the shrine.
At church.
At the statue.
At church.
Yes.
There you go. Wait, go back to your candy making days.
Okay.
Just I don't know, like that just amazes me that you were like the chocolate maker.
Oh yes, I had started to sell so much to them that I had to actually become legal. I became a legal.
Get out.
Yep, and I had a little trailer that was out on my property. The health inspector would come by once a month, and I would have to have operations to show what was how I was clean.
Oh my god.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
And then they bought like $6,000 off of me at one point.
Who did?
The cult of chocolate.
Wait, so
the feast was coming up.
Oh, okay. So your chocolate was like allowed to be eaten, so they bought it from you.
Right, and
okay.
it was actually packaged and it had labels on it, and I did chocolate covered.
Do you have a picture of those?
I have a picture of the box that they bought $6,000 worth at one point.
Oh, if we can find that, we can post that picture.
Yeah, it's in the back of my pickup truck. It was in the back of the
Well,
pickup
that's a hell of a
truck.
lot of chocolate.
It was a lot of chocolate, but then again, this was back in the heyday when they were expecting, 2,200 to 2,500 people to show up. And all of a sudden, you can't have chocolate anymore. So what are you going to do? You're going to load up before you go back to Wisconsin, before you go back to Florida, before you go back to California. You're probably going to buy, 5 pounds of chocolate for your family because you can't get it.
Oh, right.
Till
okay.
the next time you come.
Okay. So then let me take a wild stab at this. At some point, the cult wanted money from you.
No, I had started making the chocolate myself and selling it to my friends and other people, and it got to be known that if you wanted chocolate, contact us.
So, but I mean, if you were making a profit, the cult didn't want some of that money?
Well, I had to tithe on the profit.
Oh, well, okay. So
course.
somehow they made money off you.
They did, but then I guess they found out how much chocolate I was actually really selling, and they wanted in on it. So that's when, just like everything else, I had a friend who was making jewelry and selling it. And she was told that she couldn't do that anymore. She had to make the jewelry, and the gift shop would sell her jewelry for her. And they would,
of course they would.
Of course. So that's when I was forbidden from selling chocolate to anybody outright. They had to go and buy it through the cult's store.
See, I knew they'd get in on this.
They do it with everything. One friend of mine, I felt so bad for her. Every time she came up with something to make an income,
right,
they turned around and either stole her idea or told her, you can't do that.
Oh my God.
Or one of the elders' wives would see that she was making money doing that, and the elder's wife would start doing what my friend was doing. And then my friend would be told, well, elder so-and-so's wife is doing this. You have to find something else to do.
Oh, my God.
Yes. It was really a lot of work to be in this cult. But, yeah, I made quite a shitload of money off of them selling them chocolate. But then I felt bad because they were turning it around and selling it for twice the amount of what I would sell it for.
Oh, there's a shocker.
Well, of course, they have to make their money.
Oh, my God.
Had to make their money. Well, I'm sure that we are going to get into the whole chocolate escapades in another episode. There's a whole lot of shenanigans that goes along with that. And I have, there's no quiz today, Laura. For whatever reason, they didn't put a quiz in the children's book on Valentine's Day.
So there is no quiz.
There is no quiz, but it is time to pick next week's episode.
All
Shake that picture.
All right, pick out an episode.
All right, we have family counseling.
Oh my God, that should be good.
And as like I said, we were writing these out, and you would say, give me 1 or 2 words on each of these topics. And I was like, very trying. Because, like, literally, some of these women didn't even have kids, and they're trying to tell you how to raise your kids.
Well, that's kind of like when, like if you get married in a church, a lot of times you'll have a priest that will give you like premarital counseling, and the priest has never been married. So
That's just
I don't
crazy.
get that. I don't get that. I mean, I don't care what it is, whether it's counseling, like with the priest or with children. If you've never experienced whatever that is, how the hell can you counsel?
I'm not sure, but they do their darndest out at the cult. And it's really not even good advice most of the time.
Really? I find that hard to believe.
Well, I hope you guys all like this episode, and we'll be back next week. Until then, y'all need to be kind to each other. Again, we're still working on the website.
Oh, it's very, very trying to get this up and running.
I've never built a website before. It's been very educational.
Yep, to say the least.
Learning a lot, but I've never had an Instagram before. I've never had a Twitter account. I don't even know how to use these things yet.
But I do have to say, Sabrina is doing a fantastic job with the website. Though.
Without her, we would not even have a website.
We wouldn't have a website.
No,
End of story.
We wouldn't.
Exactly.
So, anyway, like I said, we're going to be hoping to have help people get the hell out of whatever situations they're in. If you need to contact us, you can do that also through the website. We're always looking for some more Kool-Aid recipes. You may be picked for an upcoming episode, and we will highlight your recipe and give a shout out to you.
Right. Or if you have any questions about this or a previous episode, just contact us through the website, and we'll mention it in our, what's that new section called?
Culty Corrections and Updates.
There we go. So
you know what I forgot?
What?
I forgot to tell you that I have an insider now.
What? Wait, why was this like not the first thing?
Because we started talking and we just went off track because Katie asked about ham, and that was going to be my next thing. Okay. I have a very dear friend of mine, and as I've mentioned before, that I'm losing my train of thought here. Oh, she's out, but her daughter is still in.
Ooh, do they talk?
They talk, but the husband, she wants out. The daughter desperately wants out.
Where's the husband? Is he in?
The husband's in.
Okay.
He doesn't want to leave. But we do have an inside connection at this point.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Nice. Will she give us like some scoop on what's going on?
As of right now, the only scoop that she gave me was that the leader, he now travels back in time, and he actually talks to the apostles and Jesus.
Oh no, he doesn't.
Yes. And I asked her, I'm like, does he actually have like a time machine, or does he meditate himself back? And
oh my God.
my friend
Please
said
tell me he has a time machine.
I don't
tell me.
I don't know, but my friend's daughter, she didn't tell her mom. She just was telling her all the crazy shit that's going on out there now.
Oh my God. Anytime you get new info, you've got to tell me.
That one kind of blew my mind. How do you have followers if you're claiming to time travel and talk to Jesus?
Isn't that what Scientology is? I mean, the guy.
I don't know what Scientology is about.
Well, the guy that is like, I don't want to say creator or whatever. I mean, he wrote science fiction books.
Oh, okay.
He wrote science fiction books. L. Ron Hubbard.
I've heard of him.
Yeah. Well, he's the founder. He wrote science fiction books, and now that's a religion.
Well, you do know that the Mormon people, that was, I think, founded by a guy who was a writer. And the laws of the Mormonism, I think you have to have magic seer stones that only the leader can see to read these golden tablets.
There's like, I was going to say golden plates or golden tablets or something.
Yeah,
crazy
crazy
ass shit.
Maybe we should start our own religion. I mean, the crazier the better. Satan's Sisterhood.
There you go. And Sons.
And Sons.
LLC.
Yes. Well, guys, until next time, we hope you enjoyed this episode. And remember, if you're someplace that you don't want to be, feel unsafe, get the hell out.
This is Laura.
This is Debbie. Till
Bye.
next time.